So I went into the Holiday Inn and told the lady that my kids were kidnapped in a pornography ring and that they were running the pornography ring there at the Holiday Inn. So I asked her to call the cops, and the cops showed up and searched every unit there. My name is Brandy, and I have been sober since October 2nd, 2016. I'm an only child. My mom and dad got divorced when I was like 5 years old. And my dad was never really in my life. My mom pretty much raised me with the best way that she knew how. We moved around a lot. I'm originally from West Virginia, and then we moved to California when I was 7 years old. And that's where I was raised at. I fell in love with methamphetamine. It became my God. It made me feel invincible. That way I didn't have to feel anything. Yeah, I felt like I was unstoppable, untouchable. All the pain that I had inside of me immediately disappeared, and it no longer existed. And it made me not care about anybody or anything, and I was okay with that. I was 8 years old, and the first drugs I tried was alcohol and marijuana. Got high for the first time when I was 8 years old. It was fun. I went to a Metallica concert afterwards. The craziest thing I experienced, there's two of them. I was running amok, and I was walking. I'd actually slammed about 2 grams of dope. And I was walking through San Diego, California, over there in the La Mesa area, and came across a Holiday Inn. And I saw a bunch of kids in baseball uniforms. And I thought my kids had been kidnapped in a pornography ring. So I went into the Holiday Inn and told the lady that my kids were kidnapped in a pornography ring and that they were running the pornography ring there at the Holiday Inn. So I asked her to call the cops, and the cops showed up and searched every unit there. And then there was another time where I was in San Diego and the Rockies were playing the Padres, and I was walking by the Padres stadium there in San Diego, and the Padres were playing the Rockies. And I thought that there was an intervention there for me. I thought I heard my son over the intercom, so I broke into Petco Stadium while the game was going on, because I thought that was an intervention for me, and went up to the skybox. Then I had a bunch of police and security guards chasing after me because I thought I was that damn important. That same day that the thing happened with the Holiday Inn, and I had slammed those 2 grams of dope, and I was just walking aimlessly, and I had no idea where I was going. And I ended up walking to my son's best friend's house. And I had been friends with this girl's mom for, a long time. And I got to her house. Don't know why I went there. It wasn't me. It had nothing to do with me. And I knocked on her door. And she opened the door and she said, "I'm so glad you made it. God told me you were coming." And she took me into the house. She listened to me. She talked to me. All of my blabbering stuff that I was talking about, all the eccentric things that I thought I was experiencing, because I've been in a psychosis for a very long time. And this woman loved me. And she took me to the hospital and sit with me and helped me understand that I wasn't able to make decisions for myself. And so I agreed that I could not make decisions for myself. And they ended up putting me in a 5150 because I was a danger to others and myself. I was going to blow up Kaiser because I thought I saw my psycho ex-boyfriend there. And that woman just loved me. She didn't judge me. She didn't want anything from me, and she sat in the hospital with me until they took me. And they took me to the 5150. It was all kinds of things that helped me to recover from a hopeless, seamless state of mind. Being locked down in a 5150, tied to a bed, waking up 3 days later and not understanding what was wrong and just how sick I was. I never knew that I had a problem. I just knew that I could never stop. And this place called the Lighthouse Treatment Center, they told me that I wasn't crazy when I was in the 5150. They just told me, you need help, and we're here to help you. So Anaheim Lighthouse picked me up and took me to treatment. And when I was there, people started loving me when I couldn't love myself. They showed me unconditional love. They introduced me to the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I got a sponsor, and I started working. I didn't really work any steps the first time I was in treatment. I just asked a lot of people to be my sponsor, you know, and they gave me tools to help me understand and how to cope with my life, because I had no idea how to live life on life's terms. So with the therapy and the counseling and the fellowshipping, I kind of started to understand that I had a disease. Yeah. I am proud of my sobriety. I am a very proud woman, that I am a woman of God today. I have integrity, dignity, self-love. I'm proud that I have my kids back in my life, that they look up to me. They call me for advice. I'm proud of all the accomplishments that I've made in these past 3 years and 8 months. I'm proud that I got to walk through my mom's death sober. You know, that's huge. That my kids have God in their life, you know, and they tell me that's because of me. And I say, that's not because of me, that's because of him. You know, and I'm a grandma now. And my granddaughter never has to see me loaded. And I'm working at the same treatment center I got sober at. The advice that I would offer is, you can't do this on your own. I've tried, millions have tried. There are people out there that will help you, walk you through this. Get a sponsor, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth. Sit on your hands. Do exactly as your sponsor suggests of you. Go to meetings, get a fellowship of people, change one thing and that's everything, and find a God of your understanding and allow yourself to heal and have that psyche change that you so deserve.